that there are different ways of expressing it, and we should know different ways of expressing it, because it gets very boring and monotonous if you speak the same sentence again and again to the same people. Hey guys, welcome back. Today also I'm going to talk about some useful phrases which will help you to speak English fluently and confidently. Now this is a series which I have come up with wherein I tell you every single day about a situation, and I give you as many as 25 to 30 phrases which you can use in such situations, which is very common to us. Like, how will you greet people? There are 30 phrases to greet people or introduce yourself. Okay, there are 30 phrases which will help you to give your opinion or you express your emotions. There are other 30 phrases which will help you to show how to you can say thank you or how to express your gratitude to people. Okay, and so on and so forth. You can just check out my videos. These are very useful, guys. Trust me on this, the native speakers use this a lot to sound more natural. And the advantage of speaking phrases is you don't have to frame a sentence on your own. It's there, the structure is there. You have to pick up that as it is and use it. You just have to practice as much as you can memorize it, right? You don't have to ratify it, you don't have to memorize it. It's just that by practice you can automatically register in your brains, so that whenever you speak tomorrow to somebody, it will come out naturally. Okay, so it will help you to build confidence in speaking, and it will help you to become more fluent in English as well. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about some situations which and the phrases which you can use in those situations. Okay, so guys, welcome again. I'm your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. And that is why I have come up with this phrases session, because I know it is very difficult to find these sessions online because nobody gives you a direct, phrases with situations, so that it's easier for you to have a compilation or have it with you and you can practice and use it. Okay, so start watching my videos, note down all the phrases, start practicing it. Try to pause my videos and see what I have said, what examples I have given, and then you can just start speaking on your own as well. Okay, so on that note, if you haven't subscribed my channel, do subscribe my channel for more useful and interesting updates on communication skills and English fluency and confidence. Like my videos, share my videos, and please watch my full video so that you don't miss out on any part of it. Yes, that's very important. Okay, so let's get started. So when we meet somebody and the conversation has ended, what we can say have a nice day. Or when we randomly meet. So basically today I'm going to talk about phrases which are very commonly used in schools, offices, colleges, at workplace, or at events or parties. Okay, where we meet a lot of people. Some are very close to us, some are our friends, some are strangers, and some people we don't know much. Okay, so in these places or to these people, how we can talk about, right, or how we can have a conversation with those people. So once you had a conversation, you had greetings, you have introduced yourself, you have asked about the other person how they are, and then finally the conversation is ending, you can always say have a nice day, or you can say take care. Or if if that person is saying something like I had an accident, or some bad news the person is giving, so you can always say, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry about it. You don't need to say I'm sorry, just does the magic. I mean, it's self-sufficient, I'm sorry. So you can say that is an exclamation. You're just expressing your emotions. I'm sorry for what have happened to you. So that is also something you can say. Or excuse me, if somebody has said something to you and you didn't like it or you didn't hear it very clearly, you can always say excuse me, which also means can you please repeat, or which means excuse me, what are you saying? Okay, so it has two meanings. One, excuse me, is you are not agreeing with that person and you want to correct that person, you say, excuse me, I mean, this is not right. Okay, or excuse me, which means, can you please repeat? Okay, you can also say, pardon me. Okay, pardon me. It is also a polite way of asking to repeat again. You can also say no problem when somebody is saying something to you, and then or said thank you to you, you say no problem. Okay, that is another good way of replying to thank you. Okay, you can always say no problem. That's okay. Okay, you're welcome. You can simply say fine. Not an issue. That's fine. Okay. Or you can say it's not a big deal. Come on, it's not. If somebody is saying thank you to you, you can always say, come on, it's not a big deal. Okay. Just to say that, no, you don't need to thank me, yaar. Come on. Okay, so yeah, we can say that's not a big deal. Then you can also say that's amazing, or that's wonderful, or that's awesome, that's perfect, or that's absolutely fine, or that's all right, that's cool. You can also say that's funny. If somebody has said something funny or cracked a joke, you can always say that's funny. Okay, so these are some phrases which are very easy to use and very short and very sweet, and they expresses your idea, your thoughts very well. Okay, so when you're listening to somebody and you want to respond to that person, you can always use these phrases. Okay, that's interesting. That's great. That's fine. That's funny. That's wonderful. That's amazing. That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah. You can also say, if somebody is saying something and you're quite impressed by that person, you can always say, I'm impressed. Yeah, I'm impressed, and that person will also feel good about it. So this is another way of expressing your thoughts, okay, about the other person. Then if you want to congratulate people, now a lot of times we have birthday parties. A lot of times we have birthday parties at offices or at our home also, or at our friends or relatives places as well, and we often go to birthday parties basically, or any event or anywhere where somebody has got an award, okay, or a recognition. So what we can say is, we can always go to that person and say congratulations. It's very simple, congratulations. Apart from that, you can also say good job, which also means your efforts have got you a reward. Okay, so you can say good job, well done, appreciate your efforts. You can also say this, appreciate your efforts. Okay, so you can always congratulate the person and say all these things, or instead of congratulations, you can always say these things to that person. Now, if somebody has lost their, someone, I'm sorry for your loss. Okay, if that person has told you about, somebody's death, then you can always say, I'm sorry for the loss. I'm sorry for your loss. Okay. Now, you are somewhere, in a college or office or school or any other event or somewhere, and you have been there, and then you met somebody and you wanted to talk to that person. So you greet them and you introduce yourself and everything, and then you can always ask, how was your day? After greetings and introduction, you can always ask, how was your day? How is your day like? Or what are your plans for the day? Or what did you do today? Or what are you up to? Okay, so these are the expressions which will help you to say or ask the other person, how is your day? How was your day like? What are your plans for the day? It's all the same. It all means, how is your day going? Okay, it's just that there are different ways of expressing it, and we should know different ways of expressing it, because it gets very boring and monotonous if you speak the same sentence again and again to the same people. You are at an office with same people, right? Every single day. You are at a college with same people every single day. you attend, or you are in a family, or you attend family functions, you are with the same people in every single event. And if we ask the same question again and again, it doesn't look good, right? So you have to know the other ways also to express yourself, so that the other person also feels that, oh wow, your English is improving, or you're using advanced English vocabularies. Okay, in offices, every time in offices also these situations come where you need to ask somebody a favor, right? So you can always ask the person, can you do me a favor, or can I ask a favor from you? Okay, so these are the two ways of expressing your thoughts about if you can help, if the other person can help you. Okay, so you can always ask, can I ask a favor, or can you do me a favor please? And if somebody asks you this, you can always reply, no problem, it's my pleasure. You can always say, no problem, it's my pleasure. Then if somebody has done something for you, you can always say, you're welcome. Now, if you went for an interview, okay, or if you are somewhere, you are with your seniors or somewhere, so this one thing always comes up, when you want to sit somewhere, so you ask permission, can I sit or may I sit? Then the other person will always say, please be seated. Okay, so this you will hear every time. If you don't ask also, if you go for a meeting somewhere with your manager or your team, or with anyone, you want to talk to somebody and somebody is sitting and you go there, so the person, it's a polite way of saying, please be seated. Okay, it's very rude when somebody is sitting and the other person is standing and talking. So whoever is sitting, if I am sitting, I'll ask the other person to please be seated. Okay, so that is another way of saying this, please be seated, or please make yourself comfortable. If you went for an interview, if you're going for an interview, if you're going for a meeting, so the person should always say, please make yourself comfortable, or please make yourself at home. Okay, so please make yourself at home means like relax, be comfortable, like however you are at home. Now, if in a meeting, or somewhere, something happens, or you are not able to deliver something on time, or there's some error which the report which you sent, or there is something, which came up at the last moment. Okay, so you can always say, sorry for the inconvenience. When you get to know that was the problem and it was at the last moment this came up and it was not corrected by you, or you missed it probably. So you can always say, sorry for the inconvenience. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it, or I'll take care of it next time. So you can always say, I'll take care of it, or sorry for the inconvenience. If you have delivered something and you want to ask your manager or your team lead or anybody else, like, okay, I've done this, which means I've done this, and apart from this, do you need any help, or do you need anything else from my side? Okay, so these are very much used in professional or formal conversations. So these are basically formal conversations which I'm trying to tell you what are the phrases which are used in formal conversations. Okay, so let me know if you need anything. If somebody has given something to you, you have asked somebody to come up with a report or anything of such sort, you have just requested a favor from somebody and the person has delivered it, you can always say, sounds good, or I'm looking forward to it. Or if you have asked somebody a favor and asked the person to send you a report or anything, any information or anything, then you can always say, if the person has agreed to do it, you can always say, sounds good, or I'm looking forward for it, which means you're looking forward for the report or the information which you have asked the other person. Okay. Or you can also say, when somebody is asking you some information, you can always say, that's not possible. Okay, in such a short duration of time or whatever, or it's a huge report, it won't be possible for me to send by the end of the day. So you can always say, that's not possible. Or the other way of saying, I'm afraid I can't send you by the end of the day, which also means that it's not possible for you to send it by the end of the day. So I'm afraid I can't send you by the end of the day, or I can't send you by this time. I'm sorry, but this needs little more time. Or, I'm sorry, but it needs more resources to work on it. Okay, so I'm sorry, it needs more resources. I'm sorry, it needs more time. Okay, so this is also another way of expressing your idea or your thought about that thing which have been asked to you to do. So guys, I've just come up with some phrases for a formal situation which we every day are in, right? We are in our offices, we are in our college, we are in our schools and other workplaces, right? So basically every single day, maximum time we spend in our formal settings, okay, or an event or party or function, right? So these are the conversations which we can have in formal settings, and it's very useful. Some of them can be used in informal settings also, but mostly it is used in formal settings. So guys, I'm sure this is going to help you a lot. Start practicing these phrases. It will help you to improve your English, and it will help you to improve your vocabulary and your speaking abilities and your confidence as well. And ultimately, you will be fluent in no time. And it is not time consuming, it is very quick. So start practicing and keep learning. See you. Bye-bye.